Alright, guys. We about to start in a second. I'm just trying to share this stuff through my social media. You know how it is. We'll see who's still up with me. I'm still up rocking. I'll be up rocking all night. If you're already in the chat, if you're here watching, go ahead and you know what I'm saying, drop a like, subscribe if you're not, comment. You know what I'm saying? I know some of you guys have like your consumptions of, you know what I'm saying, what do you think the MPC Live is worthy, or the MPC brand as a whole. So, would you recommend it to your people? Get on Instagram for some reason. Why can't I get on Instagram and add something on Instagram? Frame rates is doing horrible for some reason. What's up, people? Glad to be back. It's been a minute, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? F Murphy 7000 in the building. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back, man. Yeah, so we're gonna get up into this live stream, man. And I feel like I gotta take one of my headphones off one ear, man. Cause I feel like I be talking so weird when I have my headphones on. It just be like I be talking weird, like I'm like underwater or something. So I got my wine, you know what I'm saying? We sipping tonight. So, you know what I'm saying? If you got your big boy drinks or whatever, you want to drink water, I got water too. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay hydrated. I even got green tea. You know, I keep all type of stuff. You know, got to stay hydrated out here. Oh yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get off into this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, honestly. Because, you know, one thing with me is I always want to give, you know, my complete honest opinion. Because, you know, these things they don't cost, you know. It's not like you're buying something that's 20 bucks. You're buying something that you want to last for a long time, something that's gonna be instrumental tool to, you know, aid you in your beat making journey or whatever you're trying to do. You know, whether you're a professional producer, you're a hobbyist. You know, I kind of see myself in between, because I do stuff for, you know, local artists or whatnot, but I also just love to make music. So, you know, I'm gonna definitely give you my honest opinion, my G. So yeah, so how I'm gonna structure this video is I'm gonna go through each section that I have. I kind of have like keynotes that I have down here. It's not like super written out, so I'm gonna be winging most of it. You know, just so you get like the honest like thing. So I'm gonna just go over a topic, and then I'm gonna you know, talk about it a little bit, and then, you know, I'm gonna chime into the chat to see what you guys think about each section, and maybe I can answer some questions, maybe a little bit of Q&A definitely afterwards, you know, or as we're going through this live stream. So I bought my MPC 2 years ago in March, so it was like kind of like a birthday present to myself. So I've had this thing for 2 years, been rocking with it. So let's go through the different things. And I got my MPC right here too, so I'm gonna kind of let you guys see it. Let's see if we can go. Hopefully I got this stuff set up right. Yep, so now there you go. This is my MPC Live. I got the limited gold edition, which I love. I love I love having stuff that's different. I've been seeing the guys out here with the different MPCs with the different skins on them, you know, looking dope. Actually, you know, made me want to change mine up. But I really do love the gold version. I still have version 1, so this is not version 2. And we'll jump into some things about that too. So, but the first thing we're gonna go over for the MPC Live is build quality. Okay. Is anything broken? Is any like how is this thing built? All right. So over the 2 years, I have not had any trouble with like anything breaking on me. Okay, the pads are still working, and I use my MPC a lot. This MPC is like my main like go to, especially when I'm you know, like making what you call that, like when I'm trying to get out quick ideas, if you would so say. So like when I'm trying to get out quick ideas, like this is the first thing I go to, like my MPC. I have other programs that I like to use, and those programs are nice to use too. So, you know, I do like in the box stuff with like Logic Pro and Pro Tools. That's where I be recording people on. And I have Fruity Loops too. Fruity Loops was my first love. Fruity Loops was my first love, you know. So, you know, um, everything has been working great. As you can see, I don't know if you can see back here, I have like a lot of stuff plugged into it. So this when it's here at home, you know what I'm saying, I have it plugged up, and you see I have outputs going out. I have like two inputs into the line. I have two two MIDI cables plugged into it. I have a hard drive that's always plugged into it that you see right here. Um, and then I always have the power plugged in and stuff like when I have it right here. Haven't really seen any problems with battery degradation, you know, just maybe a little bit. Um, but as far as like the ports and everything that's still working, everything has been working. My hard drive, my internal hard drive that I have in here, I have a 1 terabyte hard drive that's inside this thing, and it's still working flawlessly. I haven't had any problems with that. I have had it freeze one time on me. So I've had this thing freeze, and that was like that was a big huge problem that one of my buddies that's on here, shout out to I Make Beats, you know what I'm saying, if he can catch the stream later or not, but he just had to send his MPC X back because his froze to the point to where he couldn't restart it or do anything, and he couldn't use it. Luckily Akai like has been working with him so somewhat, you know, I've been reaching out to him and trying to figure out what's going on with that, but I guess Akai, like, they sent them a new one, and like the ports don't work on it. So, you know, it's kind of mixed, but in my personal like situation, I haven't had any problems with the ports failing or anything. You know, like I said, I had it freeze on me like one time, but I was able to restart it, and it's just been working. And I tell you, I do a lot of stuff on my MPC, so I've taken it many places. You know, I've had it in a backpack. I mean, I've had it outside, bonfires, all type of stuff. Anything you can think about, like as far as where you could probably take your MPC besides diving in the water and making beats underwater, I probably had my MPC. And it's been working great. So build quality has been great, like as far as for me. Now there are stories out there, like I said, in the case of like my friend, I Make Beats, where he's been having like trouble with his, and I think he even had a trouble with his MPC 1 at 1.2. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's really a software thing. I don't know if it's like what it is, but I've also heard other people having similar problems with it. I guess, you know, they might have had a bad batch of them, or some people, maybe it's the luck of the draw. I don't know. For the most part, though, everybody that I know, like most of the people I know, haven't really had any problems. What's up, Eddie? Eddie Akandia. Hopefully I didn't slander that, man. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the chat. Welcome everybody that's here. If you are here rocking with me once again, you know, just going over the 2 years that I done spent with my MPC Live and giving you guys my honest review. Okay? So, as far as the build quality, like I said, I'm going to give a green check on that, because as far as me, I haven't had any problems with it. Now, for other people, I would say do your research and see, because like I said, people have been having problems with it, but at the same time, for the most part, most of the people that I know haven't really had any like build quality issues with their NPCs. They, you know, typically NPCs are built like tanks. Even like, you know, if you guys go back to the old school ones, you know, I know people who've had like one MPC 1000s forever. You know, some people still rock out on their MPC 60. So, you know, that's just that. So, now I'm gonna go to the chat, see what you guys talking about. See, we only got a couple people in here. So I see Eddie said that his MPC Live did the same thing. So I don't know what he's talking about, but maybe he's talking about like the freezing. And if that's the case, man, I'm sorry. Like I said, I hope Akai is having better quality control with things like this, because, These things ain't cheap, like I said. And if that ever happened to me in my MPC Live, I would be absolutely pissed. I ain't even gonna lie, because uh, things freeze. Your computers freeze, stuff like that happens or whatever. You know, but these things cost money, so hopefully they're fixing everybody's stuff and giving them the things that they want. You know what I'm saying? Or giving them the things that they need or what they paid for. Now, since we don't have too many people here, we don't have too many people chatting. We're gonna go on to the next things. We're gonna talk about aesthetics. How does it look after 2 years? How is the screen? Like as far as scratches and stuff like that. Now, you guys are looking at my NPC. Looks like I got like a little. That kind of looks like a scratch, don't it? But that's actually like a little. What's the name? Once again, in my personal situation, I still think that my NPC looks great. Right along the edges, right here, like there's been rubbish off, like of the gold paint. So I got you can see I have the gold one. That's the only thing I really have. It's like the corners, like around the edges, you can see like where the paint is rubbed off. The knobs still look almost brand new, like when I got them. They're still that vibrant gold that they were when I first got them. They're all working great. Still got a great feel to them. All the buttons are still, what I'm saying? Still the pads. I haven't had any problems with the pads. Pads still look great. They get dusty. These things get dusty, especially the screens. If you ain't cleaning your screen, man, your screen could just look like a mess of fingerprints. But you know what I'm saying? Like as far as the screen, I don't think I still have any scratches in it. I've never had a case for this. I never had a case for my NPC Live, so I'm just throwing this thing in backpacks, just throwing it, carrying it. I don't know, like if it's been rubbing against stuff, because I usually put it in the backpack with I'll show you guys. I usually put it in the backpack with this, because this is what I carry with it when I take it, because I like the pads and stuff like that, but I'm still like the guy who likes to be on the MIDI keyboard, like doing this little, Beethoven shit. So that's me. I still like to have like my little keyboard. So most of the time when I take it with this. Even though you can use the pads, the pad performance pretty dope on there. So, but yeah, so it's in there rubbing against this thing, and rubbing against different stuff in my backpack because it's not in the case, and the screen has been holding up. No screen protector, which I've been saying that I should get. I've been saying that I should get this, but I still haven't got it. So, but I probably will, just because, knock on wood, my whole desk is wood, but I haven't had any problems with scratching on the screen, and the screen is still working great. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to lead into the next part of this review, is functionality. Is everything working? The software is still working. The pads are still working. You know what I'm saying? Like the knobs are still working. I'm not having any problems with any of the things that are working, everything that I want to do, even inside the software. So when I go standalone, which is in right now it's in standalone, I can still go through all my menus. You go there's all your menus. I can go into any one of them, and everything in the menus are working. So, go in there, touch on that, go into, touchscreen is still working beautifully. And like I said, like other people have been having problems, and like I said, I guess nothing's perfect. So, but I can only speak for myself. And as far as functionality too, like like as far as upgrades, like they've been upgrading the software. Now it's granted it's not everything that we want, and I'm gonna just be clear with that, because there's still a lot of stuff in the software that we've been craving for, that we've been really wanting, that they haven't gave us yet, and that's kind of disappointing. I can make a whole video on that, you know. But it seems like they're trying to listen a little bit and trying to get us to, the point to where we can have all the stuff that we want, if you know what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna sit up here and suck a Kai's, and say that they're doing everything perfectly, because there's a lot of stuff that's not in the NPC that should be in the NPC right now, because there's other things that have it, like the Akai Force. And I'm not trying to hate on the Force users, but we were here first. We was here first, buddy. So some of this y'all got, I'm trying to keep it family friendly, but I might not. Some of the stuff y'all got, we should have first, and it's not cool that we don't have it. So hopefully that stuff is coming in the next update. I keep hearing rumors the stuff is gonna be great, but as far as functionality and the way the thing is working, it's been good. I haven't had any hiccups with the software or anything not working, even when I upgrade, because usually I try to do reviews, or I haven't been that successful at doing like every review, but every time a new software update comes out, I like almost immediately update, because I be trying to do like reviews on them that I don't get done. So I mean, every time I've upgraded from like 2.6 to 2.77, I don't think there was a 2.7. I think it went from like 2.6 to 2.8 or something like that, and then now we're at 2.9 something. So, but every time I've upgraded right away, and I haven't had any like performance issues or any hiccups or anything, or like any memory. The memory is still working pretty good, even though it only has 2 gigs of RAM in there. So, that's that. Now, we're going to talk about the competition. Is this the best thing out now? Because since this thing has been out, we've been having a lot of competitors come in, and they've been trying to compete with us. So we got the big one, the Machine Plus. The Machine Plus has been out for a little while now, and it's going through its paces. There's still stuff about it that people don't like. But as a whole, it's like a direct contender for the NPC. Now, I haven't personally messed with the Machine Plus, but from everybody that I know who has, they say that it's a great second to the NPC. So like So 100 says that he loves using his Machine Plus with his NPC Live, or I think he has an X. Which one did he have? I know he's working. He's doing a lot of work on the NPC one right now, the retro. Shout out to So 100. That man is the dopest. Go check out his expansion packs. I make beats too. Like, they got some great stuff. And then my boy Sight's about to drop standalone Soul in a minute too. So y'all be looking out for that. Just shameless plugs. I don't make money from it, but those are my dudes. So you know what I'm saying. If you guys are familiar with them, go check out their shit. But back to what I was saying. I think everything with like the competition goes on personal preference. What are you used to? If you're an NPC person, you're coming from like the old NPCs, then you know what I'm saying, having an NPC live is going to be right up your alley, because everything is pretty much the same. Just it's just a little different as far as like having the stuff in there with the touchscreen and stuff. But I think it makes it better from the old units, and everybody will agree that the new functionalities of the new units are far superior to what the old ones can do. You know what I'm saying? As far as performance and power as well, what you how much you can put into it, like the stems. Like I have a video where I tried to crash this thing and I couldn't. I probably should do a number 2 and try to crash it again, but I went hardcore with it. So I went hardcore trying to crash this thing, and even though like the Machine Plus has 4 gigs of RAM, it's still like, as far as my findings, it can't compete with the MPC Live or the MPC X. MPC X is the flagship, right? So, but that doesn't mean that those machines, like even Roland has a new drum, another I forgot what it's called. Let me check it out. See if I can go on here on the internet real quick and look it up. Roland. Let's see what comes up. I think that's it. Is it the Roland MV1? I think it is. It's the Roland VerseLab MV1. And I guess this thing has a lot of things, has a lot of features to it too. I haven't really looked over it to it, so I'm not gonna speculate on whether this thing is, competing with the MPC. With my whole argument with this is that there is a lot of competition for the MPC, but are those better than the MPC? There's one thing that always brings me back to the MPC Live, and the one reason why I really love the MPC Live is it's definitely all the things that it can do, but there's still not really any competition out here that can do the things that this thing does and has a battery in it. Now everybody's like, what is the big deal with the battery? Who cares about the battery? It's a huge. If you have an MPC that has a battery in it, and then you have to use something that you have to plug in when you go somewhere and take it, like you'll see what I mean. You'll understand what I mean. Like if you are sitting at a bonfire with your wine or your mixed drink, with your homeboys and stuff like that, or your peoples, whoever you chilling with, if you sitting at a bonfire with the MPC and you're making a beat right there and you don't have to plug it in, that's huge. If you're at the beach and there's no outlet at the beach and you can just whip this thing out and because this is the thing about scenery and stuff like that. Sometimes when you're out doing different things and you see stuff or you hear something, you get inspired right away. And this is something that you can like literally take out right there and get it done. Even more so with the MPC Live too, because it has a speaker on it. So that means you don't have to bring absolutely anything but the unit. You don't have to have headphones like I have to bring. You don't. And I hear a lot of people say battery packs. How much stuff do you guys really want to bring in your bags? I mean, if you're a person that's okay with it, anything could be portable. You know what I'm saying? You could bring your MPC X. You want to rock out with your MPC X, you can get a battery pack and plug that thing in. And now you got a whole MPC X on the beach going crazy. But with the MPC Live, you don't have to do that. The MPC Live 2, you don't have to do that. And the thing is so powerful, so you're not really losing, or you're not losing any performance with it when it's in battery mode. You know how you use certain certain things, and like when you go to battery mode, it like cuts off some of the some of the functionality. Hold on, I felt the sneeze coming. My bad. But yeah, sometimes when you messing with stuff like it cuts off the functionality because you switch the battery mode. Not the case with the MPC. You still get all the full functions, all the same things that you would be able to use if you were using it standalone while it's plugged in. And I feel like that is still like one of the hugest reasons why I think this thing is such a beast is because it has the internal battery. It has the internal storage upgrade, which a lot of like of the competition doesn't have that. Like it has an expansion port, like the Machine Plus has micro SD, which is great. You know what I'm saying? I don't really trust cards like that, to be honest. For me, I don't really trust the mini micro SD cards. I don't really trust them. I've had too many die on me. I had too many like just mess up on me when I was using them in my Galaxy tabs, because I used to have a Samsung Galaxy tab, and I went through like 3 cards. I don't know if it was the Samsung that was doing it or what was going on, but I went through like 3 cards in that thing, and then I went through another card in a old Sony Bloggy camera. That was micro SD. That was like regular SD, but it's the same thing. In the MPC Live, you can actually put a full SATA SSD drive in here, up to 2 terabytes, I believe, and that's just massive, like, expansion, man. As far as like, I've been messing with different stuff. So, as far as we can go back to like functionality and stuff too, like I've been sampling my motif. I have a Motif 88, and then I have a Novations Mini Nova synthesizer. I've been sampling, auto sampling sounds into my MPC. Let's see. We're here right now. We can look. Oh, what did I do? That's not what I wanted to do. Oops.
MIDI click.
So you can see here. I don't know if you can see, but these are all like different patches. These are all different patches that I've like sampled, and then I have another folder that has some in there too. So, and these are full patches I've been using, like, let's see if I can open one. Let's open this Glock. Let's open this bell. You know what I'm saying? So like this is a sample from my motif. My own bell plug in. Go to So, you know what I'm saying? I've been auto sampling, and I haven't even touched my memory. Let's see. Out of my 1 terabyte hard drive, I still have 876 gigs, and I have a lot of stuff in here. Not even just through that, like through Splice. Let's go through Splice. I have so much stuff in here. Like I can scroll. I can scroll forever in Splice. Like all the samples I have from Splice in here. I'm still scrolling. I don't know if you guys can see this little thing on the side, but I'm still basically at the top. I mean, I'm scrolling.
Come on.
Let's keep going.
Oh, yeah. Body. What? Yeah. Yeah. Get out my. I'ma just go and knock live. Move. Put your hand. We count west side.
Still scrolling. This is gonna get redundant in a minute. I'm still scrolling though. Still scrolling. If you guys wonder what like producers and beat makers be going through when they be trying to find sounds, this is what it is. Doing this all day, looking like this, trying to find the right sound. That's why it's great to make kits, and it's great to make, you know what I'm saying, your own like programs. Like I highly suggest that if you have like your MPC, make your own programs, get your favorite drums and stuff like that, make programs, make your own key groups. And you can do that with even your VSTs. I have videos on how to auto sample your outboard gear and how to auto sample your VSTs, because you can do that with the MPC, which I don't really see any other of the competition doing that. So as much as the Kai is messing up on certain things, like there's a lot of things that they did right. And that's why they piss me off, because as much as I want to be mad at them sometimes, you really can't, because still scrolling. We're gonna stop that. You get the picture. I have so many different samples in here. I have so much stuff saved on the internal hard drive in here, and I still have 876 gigs. Like 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte expansion in here is really all you need, man. I see your comments right now, my boy. Joe Blacks, I think it's Joe Blacks. He said he just got his MPC live this week, and the SD card don't work already. So is it the SD card slot that's broken, or is it the SD card? Because I tell you, I do not trust them SD cards, bro. It's definitely probably, like, I don't even have an SD card. Like, I have an SD card reader in the back of my MPC, but I think I've only used it twice. But it's great to have. I'm not saying that it's not great to have, but that's the thing. You got the choice of either SD card in the MPC Live, or you could just expand it. What I would do, bro, is I would just go, and what I did was went to Best Buy, and I went into the refurbished portion, and I looked up refurbished 1 terabyte Samsung hard drives. I think I got my hard drive for like $100, 1 terabyte internal SSD, and I expanded this thing up to 1,000 gigs. That's what I would do. I haven't had any problem. I'm gonna keep knocking on wood, because I don't want to do this video and then tomorrow my shit just go blow. I hope that doesn't happen, man, because like I said, my boy I Make Beats has been going through it, man. I'm praying for that guy, man, because you know that's especially like when you're a content creator like us. Even though I'm not huge, and like he's not really huge right now, this is still like what we're trying to do to, like, build on our, what I'm saying, our brand and what we love to do in our channels. So like when these things go down, it's BS basically. So hopefully everybody that's been having trouble, Akai has been working with you guys and been getting you guys fixed up and stuff like that. I always recommend, anytime you buy something, even if you buy it refurbished, Guitar Center is a great place to go through, because you can always buy protection plans. Get you a protection plan, and I recommend 3 years minimum. I always get like 3-year protection plan on pretty much all the gear that I get. You know what I'm saying? Especially through Guitar Center. So, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking at this, if you're looking at an MPC live, then definitely. Now, This is the huge question right here. Would I still recommend the MPC Live today to people? The question is honestly is, and if you've been following this whole thing, is yes, hands down. I would still recommend it. Now, is Akai dragging their feet with some stuff like that has to do with like the software and the functionality, what they can bring to the system? Yes, they are messing up in some of those areas. But do I think the MPC is still the best bang for the buck that you can get on the market, that does the most stuff, that's the most portable, and like just the most like you know what I'm saying, all around device that you can use to make beats with on the go, standalone? I do. I think it's still the best. We have a lot of competition that's out here now, so hopefully one of these brands, you know, they're gonna. I believe, you know, because I'm a long time Native Instruments user, so I have like, you know, like the Native Instruments suite of plugins. Like basically, I have, you know, all Complete 12 Ultimate Producers Edition or whatever, and their sounds are amazing. Akai needs to make better sounds. Their sounds are not the greatest, but like I said, you don't really need the sounds when you can auto sample like any sound you want, basically. You know, auto sampling. And if you want to go into detail, I think Matthew Stratton has a video, and I think Tube Digger might have a video as well on how you can like manually like sample your instrument stuff too, and like even get even more in depth with how it sounds and stuff. You could really like make great VSTs or programs yourself in the MPC Live or in the MPC X or in the MPC One, but we're talking about the MPC Live. Would I still recommend it? I would, hands down. Even my version, this is version 1. Now, if I'm a new user, what's up, Hebrew child? My bad, I'm going to say what's up to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Back to what I was saying. If you're a new MPC user, get the Live 2. Get the Live 2. The speaker is definitely, I thought it was overrated when it first came out, but I got a chance to link up with Ghetto Styles, which is another one of you know, I consider him a friend. I got to personally mess with his MPC Live 2, and just having the speaker on there and like getting to hear it and how it sounds, and like the extra buttons that it has. I like that it has the 1/4-inch headphone jack too versus the 3.5 millimeter that you get for the standard one. The standard Live right here. This has a 3.5 millimeter jack in the back for headphones, which I think is absolutely trash. I mean, it works good, but you know, with 3.5 millimeter jacks, man, you can like, somebody could hit that thing, break it off. It's just more sturdier to have the 1/4-inch headphone. Like, I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place. I don't know if you're a person that's into electronic drums or electronic music and stuff like that, but the MPC Live 2 has the CV gates like the MPC X does. So basically, the Live 2 is the smaller version of the X because it still doesn't have XLR for microphones, which I think they should do. They definitely should do that. But it pretty much has everything else. I think it doesn't have as many MIDI ports as the X does, but you don't really need that much. It just depends on what you're doing, you know. But this thing is a great companion, man. I recommend it 1,000 times. You know what I'm saying? I just watch, and I keep throwing people's channel out here because I am a consumer of YouTube myself. I love YouTube because I am also a consumer of YouTube. So I just watched the Midlife Synthesis, his video, and in his video he was talking about like the couple things that if he was trapped on a desert island, what sense and like gear would he take with him? And like as far as like all around workstation, his number one was an MPC X. These things do the same thing as the MPC X. This has the full functional software. They all like between the MPC one. The only difference is like how many buttons you get, how many knobs you get, and you know what I'm saying, I/O in the back. But they all do the same thing. They have the same software. They're running the same exact software. So the only difference is how much of the I/Os and the buttons and knobs that you get, and then just the price. So like even if you didn't want to get the MPC Live, like you don't want to go places like me, you don't have, you know, kids like I do that you got to watch over, and you can't be stuck in the studio all the time and whatnot. You know, maybe you're not like that. You don't want to have this thing portable. You could just stay in one spot and you're on a budget. You can get the MPC one. MPC one is starting at a good price. But you could still, like, even if you wanted to, if you wanted to have like this functionality, but you can't afford the Live 2, but you still want something like a Live. You know, you don't completely want the MPC one. You can go to, let's go here. Here I am at Guitar Center, and look, there goes the gold version MPC Live 1 for $819. Now, how do we compare that to an MPC 1? Let's see how much the MPC 1 is going for. So MPC 1, is this new? Yeah, this is new. So they're going for $799, $899 for the new retro version. But $799, basically $800. So I mean, if you wanted to get like if you don't care about the speaker and stuff like that, but you still want to be able to go on the go and stuff like that, and you want it to be portable with the battery and stuff like that, you could still opt and get a MPC Live first generation for like this, for this price. You got one that's $749 right here. Says it's in good condition. This one says it's in excellent condition. You know what I'm saying? $819. So basically the same price as an MPC one, and you're getting, you know what I'm saying, the gold version with, you know what I'm saying, the battery and all the stuff that comes with the MPC Live, with the MPC Live one. So you say you think it's the SD card, right? Okay. Yeah, because like I said, I haven't really had any problems with the ports. I plug mine in, and it's great. But like I said, I do not trust them SD cards. That's from Joe Black. He said he thinks it's the SD card. But he says the SSD is on the way. Congratulations, my G. You're going to love it, bro. So now that you guys know how I feel about the MPC Live, and this has been me winging it, coming off the top of my head, giving you guys my like true opinion on like whether I think the MPCs are worth it. I do. I think they're worth it. I think they're worth every penny. You know what I'm saying? I think that they still have a long way to go as far as what they can do, but I think that, you know, that the framework is already there. Akai just needs to capitalize. They be doing stuff like Apple does that be pissing me off. You know what I'm saying? They have the capabilities to make this thing amazing, and they just don't do it per se. So that's not throwing shots at the unit. That's throwing shots at Akai for dragging their feet. They need to stop dragging their damn feet and put some of this stuff in here that set this thing over the top. So I'm gonna do some Q&A. If you guys have any questions about like what we talked about or anything, you guys go ahead and fire off the couple viewers I have in here, and just ask any questions you want, and I'm gonna do my best to answer them. So, while I sip my wine. I hope you guys are having a great night. By the way, I'm having a good night. I just got off work not too long ago. I haven't done anything on YouTube in a minute, so I had to go live tonight. I just had to. There was no way that I wasn't gonna go live tonight. While I'm waiting for questions to come in, maybe I'll play a beat or something. Yeah, thanks, Hebrew Child. But this is just samples, man. This is another topic that I want to get into, because like I can make my own beats, right? Like I make beats from scratch, but like I heard this sample and it was so dope to me that I didn't even really want to change it. I found it on Splice. You know what I'm saying? And so I just made the drum beat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I did the drum beat and just added a couple things or whatnot. But it's basically like just a sample. So that I didn't chop or anything. So is that considered real beat making? That's a topic that I want to talk about, because some people have this stuff, this consumption that, like, if you take samples and you use them, it's not beat making. So I definitely don't do this for all my beats. Like, basically, this is like maybe one out of a few. Like the first beat that people were listening to on here, like that was all from my own expansion packs that I did myself. I have a lot of beats in here. Like mostly all my beats that I make are basically stuff where I take samples and I chop them and I make them new, or you know what I'm saying, or I just take instrument like stuff and I just play it out, or use like the you know, pad perform whatever to make the beats with. But what is considered real beat making to you guys? Because everybody has a different opinion. I think, man, I don't know how I feel. Okay, so you feel the same way I do, kind of. I feel the same. I feel like that if you can take something and you can arrange it and make it sound beautiful, and you can make something new out of it, or you can, you know, do that stuff, you have made a new beat. Now, do I think that you should skip the, like, trying to learn the fundamentals of music and stuff, and like learn like how things work together, and you know, like, because that could be like a shortcut. This is basically, you know, like a shortcut. If I know how to drum, you know what I'm saying, if I know how to, like, you know, just make drum beats, then I could just like have an endless, and like really I'm not working for it. Like, this is an easy beat to put together. But at the same time, on the contrary to what I'm just saying, is that if I'm able to put samples together, different samples together, and make them sound good, then that means that I know something about music, right? Because certain things won't mesh together, like melodically, if it's not right for what you're mixing it with. So in a sense, that's still making music, because you're still, you know, using notes, or, you know, like whatever the key of this song is. You know what I'm saying? If I put a piano in there, if it's a C, I can't put like a F flat or something like that in there, if you know what I mean. So it's just like it's like a gray line where people be like getting mad, like the whole DJ Khaled like argument. You know. See, like I took this sample right here.
Stay, stay, stay here. Stay, 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 stay here.
But I used like a piano, you know what I'm saying, and I just played this over it.
Stay, stay, stay here.
Or a synth, I don't know what I use.
Stay,
But
stay,
that's not a sample, that's me playing it.
stay here. Stay, 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 stay here.
mix though. Definitely.
Stay here. Stay
I play that beat a lot. I really like that. I need to finish that beat. I play that beat literally a lot. I'm still waiting for the questions, man. If you're just joining, basically I just did a review of my NPC Live over the last 2 years, giving you my honest 2 year review of like whether like, you know what I'm saying, I like her, if I would recommend it again. So if you're just joining, like I'm just basically answering questions right now. It's a Q&A before I like basically kind of end it, you know, on like any questions you guys have about like the NPC Live, or if you don't have one, should you get it? Like any ins and outs that I can help you with, as far as build quality, you know, the aesthetics, what it looks like, the functionality, you know what I'm saying, the work competition, what else you could possibly buy that would be just as good as the NPC Live. So if you guys have any questions about that right now, it's the time to shoot them off while I'm looking for beats to play. What's this gospel piece? Oh, I still got to do that. This is what Lifted Noise sent this to me. Yeah, I got to do that. I got to finish this still. See that? I be having so much stuff going on. I be forgetting about shit. I'm glad Shout out to Lifted Noise, man. That's another one of there's so many great people on YouTube, man, that I mess with, bro. That's dope, man. That's just generally good people, you know what I'm saying, to talk to, you know. I've had like many off, you know, camera conversations with, you know, a couple of these people. And, you know, they're just all great people, you know. So shout out to them. Shout out to Lifted Noise. Signs of change. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I try, man. I really should like showcase more like you know, me making beats and stuff like that. It's just that I don't finish a lot of beats, man. Like I have a shit ton of beats in here. I just don't finish them, man. But I want to do like more beat making videos and like how to make beats and how to mix stuff, because I feel like I'm pretty good at mixing. So I be mixing songs for people. I be mixing songs for people and like recording like local artists in my city where I'm at. So, you know, somewhat, not like as much as I used to when I was younger. When I was younger, when I was younger, man, I used to like mix a lot and record a lot of people. My boy Flames too. Like I'm gonna bring him on a live with me too. Hopefully soon. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can check him out because he is dope. Him and my boy G's. I got there's a few people I want to bring on. Like there's stuff coming to the channel that you guys haven't seen yet from me that you guys are gonna see. Just stay tuned. You guys been rocking with me for this long. And by the way, I want to thank you guys. I'm at 900 subscribers. I got 100 more subscribers before I hit my 1,000 mark. And even though I didn't hit it in the time that I wanted to, that's partially my fault because I haven't been as consistent as I should be. But at the same time, I could have never did it without you guys. So toast to you guys. I appreciate you. I'm almost to 1,000, and I believe that I'm gonna get there pretty soon. So I really appreciate you guys and everybody that's been rocking with me, and everybody that's been holding me down. You know what I'm saying, throughout all the stuff that's been going on, because a lot has happened in a year for me. You know what I'm saying. At one point, I didn't really have anywhere to go. But I had to stay with a couple people. But it was all for a reason. I was trying to get my own house. I was trying to buy my own house, and I just needed somewhere to go temporarily so that I could buy my own house. And I had people that looked out for me, and I was eventually able to get my own house, which I'm in right now, which has been a blessing. But that whole time when I was going through that stuff was a mess, man. It was depressing. It was long drawn out. It was a process, man. So that's part of the reason. That's part of the reason why I haven't been as consistent. It's just trying to get everything together, get my life. Everybody's going through stuff. Everybody's going through stuff where you're trying to balance. I got kids too, so I'm trying to balance that and work. I still work. YouTube is not paying my bills, baby. Not right now. It's not paying no bills. So, man, still gotta go hit that 9 to 5. But I love YouTube. I wouldn't trade it. Like I said, the community here is great. The people that I get to interact with, like, what I'm saying, when I do make videos and stuff, and the feedback that I get is amazing. Like even with you guys right now, the few people that's been in here, commenting, it's been, uplifting, and it gives me hope, and it helps purpose. Like gives me a little bit more purpose in what I'm doing. Hopefully my videos, a lot of my videos help you guys with certain stuff. I'm gonna try to continue to be better for you guys. So a lot of these beats I can't play, man, because I gotta hook them up to the software. And that's one thing. If you have the I'm gonna do a review on the M1 Mac Mini too, if it's good for production. But like for the MPC yet, they still haven't came out with a driver that allows it to work with the MPC. I haven't tried in a while though, so maybe I'll try and see if it works now. But I don't see how it would have updated within what I'm saying, like a month or so. I think I tried it last month and it still didn't work. So I'm gonna just start playing stuff. This stuff that's not complete because it's gonna have the what's the name? All my life. What's that? Is that one I can play? Black beat. And I made this to that Black Squad Fresh. Which you also should check out if you guys haven't checked it out. Black Squad Fresh by my boy Ghetto Styles. Check it out. Expansion pack, 10 gigs. I be plugging all my boys, man. For real. Go check it out. Black Squad Fresh. I think it's blacksquadfresh.com. I have to, man. I don't know the actual what is the address? Black. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go to Ghetto Styles. Ghetto Styles. He just made a new video. I checked. I don't know if I checked some of it. I don't know if I commented on it though. Where is it at? Black Squad Fresh. Show more. Okay, it's www.beattheblackup.com. If you guys want to check out that Black Squad Fresh. Yep. Shameless plugs. It's not making me any money, but you guys go shop with my boys. It really is dope. No shit. You got the baby. Give you the baby vibes. It's the baby. At this point, I'm just having fun, man. I made a beat called Doge. What's this about? Doge, huh? I can see this going. Somebody going ham on this. Down. Back. I hit the wrong button. That's probably wine kicking in. Yep. I think I'm gonna put some rolls in here too, like you know what I'm saying? Like some like bass rolls in there or some glides. That's what I hear. I don't know what you guys hear. I ain't had nobody comment in a while. I'm about to end in probably about 5 minutes. Actually 2 minutes. We're gonna make it 1:30. Hour and 30 minutes. Definitely different. Yeah. That could be sick. That really could be sick. Like people will hear that and be like, "Yo, that shit's like, bro, that shit could be sick." All it takes is the right person to flow on the beat, bro. Dreams. Oh, no one's missing something. I liked it that. Where we at? Oh, we at 132. Okay. So I went over what I thought about the NPC Live, whether you should get it. Let me go to the main screen because I want you guys to see my eyes. I want you to look me in my eyes. You look me in my eyes, man. Look me in my eyes, bro. Do I think you should still purchase an NPC Live? Either the 1 or the 2 in 2021? The answer is absolutely yes. Feel like it's the best bang for the buck that you can get with the performance, standalone mode, all-in-one production instrument that you can own to this date. Is it perfect? No. Definitely not perfect. Now, if you go back in this video and you missed it and you're just here now, I say I got 7 viewers. People are just watching me, not really commenting, but that's cool. I seen we had Hebrew Child, Joe Black, you know what I'm saying, Eddie Carter, and F. Murphy, 7,000. I appreciate all you guys for commenting and participating in the stream. But I just really wanted to make this stream so you guys could hear my honest opinion on this. I feel like it's the best thing. So if you guys got the money, go cop it. Flat out. Flat out. If you got the money, go cop it. Now, there are other things on the market. So, you know, I also tell people to do your research and don't go after the new shiny thing that's out either. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't have the money to afford this, but you already have like a DAW that you're using, like Logic Pro, or you already got like some type of equipment. You know what I'm saying? I am a huge component or, you know, person on using what you have and upgrading when you can. Upgrading when you have the money. Upgrading if it makes sense, because everything, I have a lot of stuff in my studio, but to me, everything that I have in my studio makes sense to me. I buy it because of functionality. I buy it to make things quicker for me, to move faster, because I don't have that much time between my kids' work and stuff like that. I can't be just figuring things out all the time. I have to be on the move. I have to get it like this. So if you are purchasing things for your studio or trying to upgrade things in your studio, make sure that it makes sense. Don't just go buy stuff because you want to buy stuff. It's called gas. It really is addicting. It really can hurt your pockets, especially if you ain't making bread from making music. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hands down, Hebrew Child. The NPC 1 or the NPC Live 1 or 2 is the best value. Now, I still want an X because I had an NPC Renaissance. And the Renaissance was amazing, like with the knobs and stuff like that. I would actually like want to mix things on the X, because the Q links make it easier. You know, it's not that easy on the MPC Live to mix stuff and I hate song mode. I'm sorry, I'm not a classic MPC guy. I didn't come from MPCs, so I'm not used to like song mode in the way they have and stuff. Though I'm used to linear, like mixing and structuring of beats. So that's why I'm so mad that they haven't put the linear function on here yet when they have it in the Akai Force. You know what I'm saying? They have it in the Akai Force. We should have already been got it, and there's no excuse for that. I'm sorry. That's one thing, like Akai, like, you know, threw me off with that. Don't give it to the Force first. Give it to the NPC people, the people that have been paying your bills, people. This NPC lovers like us that's been paying your bills. The NPC has been here. We've been paying the bills, man. We should have got that stuff first. But I digress. That's something for a different video. But am I going to sit here and say that the MPC Live and like the MPC brand of like instruments are not the shit for this day and age and what we have now as far as standalone devices? I'm not going to sit up here in front and say that they're not. Even though, you know, some days I want to be like, F for Kai. I know everybody has those days, but that's what a whole bunch of different things, you know. I'm sure people have that with different brands, period, you know. I have that same love-hate relationship with Apple, even though I'm an avid Apple user. I have everything in my studio is ran off of Apple. Apple iPad, iPhone, Apple Mac Mini, Apple MacBook Pro. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Go copy your MPC if you can. I will leave a link in the description for the MPC Live 2, because I don't think I can really find a old link for MPC Live 1. But if you want to purchase an MPC Live 1, there will be, I won't have a link, but you can go to like places like Guitar Center. I think Sweetwater might have like refurbished ones on stock. Maybe even Z Sounds, but I can't get you guys links to that. I can get you links to the MPC Live 2. And if you are a new person looking for an MPC Live 2 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I hope you use my link. Maybe it will help me out, help the channel out. It's free for you. Doesn't hurt you at all. But when you receive your MPC Live 2, do I think you're going to be disappointed when you get it? Hell no, I don't think so. So it's going to be worth it. You know, you can check out stuff like the Machine Plus. You know, Roland has a new thing out that you want. There's a lot of different like standalone devices, but I guarantee you once you go into like the info and the stats and stuff like that, you're not going to find anything like the MPC. So that's my final conclusions. I'm glad you guys were here to rock with me. I wanted to go for 130. I actually wanted to go for 1, but every time I do live, I have fun for some reason. I be having fun, you know. So, but I'm going to end it here. You guys take it easy. Stay blessed. Be safe. Old Caesar is out. Peace.